listening to the Woken Up Woke podcast. Woken friends.
All right, and we're back over from Instagram Live. If you guys were watching us over there, it's a new thing we're starting, right? We're gonna kind of do a warm up
here first.
Go on IG Live and kind of get the juices flowing, and then we'll start the recording the podcast. So that's where we're at now. So I'll do the intro. Welcome to Woken Up Woke. We are your hosts. Say hello to your friends. It's a different setup today. We got Ro Carter, Mr. F. Price, Charlie Mendoza, Seaballs. This is Woken Up Woke. That was the wrong sound.
Was it? My life is a joke.
Joe tried to say, you guys say I do no work. I'm going to make my own work now. I have to edit out my own sound.
I got to fix my own fucking mistakes.
So what were we talking about over on IG Live? A couple of things that we talked about over there. Because I already forgot.
The age?
Should have wrote it down.
If your significant other passed away and you were going to move on, what's the youngest or oldest you would date where you'd feel comfortable, especially in the climate, that social climate we're in now, and just with technology, and kids don't know shit nowadays. So what makes sense?
Yeah. And to add to that for you, for the fellas, like, how hot does she have to be? Like, what? Because I think that is a big factor as far as so there might be a cutoff age-wise where you're like, oh, we're just not going to connect. Yeah. But then she's so absolutely gorgeous. Like, how many more years do you come down till you meet that?
What are we talking? Are we talking about a relationship?
A relationship. I'm not talking about
just
one
like a
night.
one night stand.
I'm like,
you're talking about like your significant other gone, and this is like going to be your new
your rebound. This is your
gotcha. I'm gonna stick with. I don't even know if I could do 10 years. Honestly, I think 5 years. This is probably my limit. I think I'd get annoyed because the older I get, the crankier I'm getting. I don't have patience for stuff, so I feel like, if I'm.
So you're saying that there's nobody out there 10 years or younger that can stimulate you intellectually?
Maybe, but
yeah, no, that's right.
No, I mean, I'm sure there is, but I think, the odds of me finding them, I got better odds with someone, the 5 year difference, or my age to 5 years, than opposed to me shooting for.
So that's a good point. Like, yeah. So how are we meeting these people?
Yeah.
We're talking the bar scene. Like, let's be honest. Like,
yeah, is she my caretaker?
Pushing you around. She pushing you around.
We slowly have grown feelings over time when she's like cleaning my ass.
Hey, no one wipes an ass like you, baby.
That's a good show. There we go. Yeah. Netflix, if you're listening, we're pitching that show. It's called One Last Wipe.
Wipe you.
One last wipe.
Yes. Honestly, I think we could actually pitch that.
I wiped your tears as you wiped my bottom.
Yeah.
Wiping away the years.
But it's done in French. It's done in French the whole time.
French.
Because that makes it makes it beautiful.
Exactly.
Everything in French is beautiful.
Yeah.
Man.
That's a good one on Netflix. Wiping away the years.
Wiping away the years.
Let us know. We'll give you.
Starring John Malkovich. She was wiping my tears.
You were wiping too hard.
Oh man, I'm sorry, John Malkovich. If people ever go become successful,
they know. John Malkovich never gets. I can't wait.
John Malkovich, if you ever become successful, we supported you.
It's because of us.
I am a fucking movie star.
Jesus, man, I need some vitamin. I need some sun. Look how I look like a vampire. What the fuck?
What were you about to say?
What? I said I need some
Before that?
vitamin D. I was.
Oh, right. I didn't,
He was gonna say he caught himself. He just said he
yeah,
said
he's
D.
like,
And-
He was gonna say
I need
that D
some-
way too hard,
whoa,
much harder
I
than
need
he
some D, bro. Like yeah.
D. I need that D.
It's like I'm at work. I'm like, I put the D in security.
Wow.
That's my
Wow.
saying. Nobody laughs,
Wow.
so thanks. Thanks for laughing.
Yeah, I'd be a little creeped out first day I met you.
Oh no, I got dude. I've made.
Your spelling is atrocious.
If it wasn't because people had to make a check, I would not get past my first impressions with a lot of people that I work with. If it wasn't because they were
Yeah.
forced to come back the next day and see me, it would be one and done. I'm terrible at first impressions.
Most stories, and Joe, correct me if I'm wrong, but
Mhm.
most stories I hear about when Joe became friends with somebody or whatever, it's always I hated that guy at first.
Yeah,
So when I
That's
first
true,
met
which I don't
Joe,
understand.
I mean,
He's got one of those hateable faces.
Charlie and Ro actually are like two of the exceptions to that rule, but Ev, Dre, a lot of my friends didn't like me when they first met me.
Really?
I don't know what it is. I have resting bitch face, or you know what I
No,
mean?
out of the whole crew, you're like the most approachable.
No, when you
face.
put right, I think that which is weird. So
But me out of context, you'd be surprised. I'm just I don't know. A lot of people look
When-
at. No, go ahead, Charlie.
No, when Joe moved to the neighborhood and I saw how big he was and how little I was like, I got to make friends with this guy. This guy's got to be my friend.
Seriously, like we were walking to school. He's like, "Hey, you're the mailman's kid, right?" So, yep.
nice.
Everybody knew my dad. Everybody knew my dad before we even moved there. So it was just like, fuck. What has he told you people? Because my dad talks too much. My dad tells strangers way too much information. Like he could walk into a store, you know, I don't know, getting a pack of gum, and the guy could be standing there like, "Hey, how's it going? Good morning." Yeah, I'm good. You know, just taking my son to school. You know, he's been fucking up lately. You know, I've been doing like, you know, like he'll just go into the whole thing. Nah, I gotta go down there later, speak to his teacher. I think he's smoking weed. It's like, wow, he's just saying, "How you doing?"
Yeah.
We were supposed to give him a response.
Yeah.
I think that's the reason you have kids, just to be able to do that at some point in your life. That's the only reason.
Like just to have somebody to fucking embarrass.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's Ev's
Remember I put a
favorite pastime.
suppository up your ass? Whoa, what? No? All right.
What?
I don't remember that.
Was that a question
No?
for the
All
group?
right. Is that no? No?
Has he
Question
gotten
for the group?
everybody here?
What? No.
Yeah. Ro probably get this. I think Joe would never get this also. But, you know, my son's graduating this year. And because of COVID, a lot of things are being canceled. So there's no prom this year. But a bunch of the kids in the senior class, one of the kids, their family owns like this really big ranch in Florida, like a huge ranch. And they're having a prom there. So they're doing it on their own.
It's like a
So I was-
21 Footloose?
I was at my son's school and I said, "This is the only scene out of Footloose." And they all looked at me like, "What is your dad talking about?" Two of the teachers said, "Oh my God, yes it is." I was like, "I want to go. I want to go."
So you're going to the prom?
Yeah, my son said I can't go.
Ah,
but
Charlie
Ro,
wore
that's the first
like
thing.
fucking Footloose outfit. I could have seen you.
Okay. So
Kevin Bacon.
to add to that, you should watch Footloose again, the original Footloose. They did a reboot.
Yeah.
But my roommate was watching with his girlfriend one night, and I come home like, "You guys watching Footloose?" She's like, "Yeah." And so there's a scene where the guy who is dating the blonde to begin with, they were in a relationship, they broke up. He smacks the living daylights out of her, like punches her in the face. Like it was really quick.
Yeah.
But then he's like, I treated you well. And it's such a weird moment. He's like, "I treated you well." And I was like, "You just smacked her upside the head a couple of times." And I didn't think about it until like now, like watching. I was like, "Damn, we had some fucked up movies back."
Yeah,
And that's why they're canceling everything, Roger. That's why they're canceling everything.
Hey,
No, really. He said, I smacked you up. Like, he gave her a shiner. She came into high
She was
school
bleeding out
the
of her
next
nose.
day. Yes, with the shiner. And then he had the audacity to say,
Possibly
I treated
concussed.
you well.
Yeah.
I treated you well. I was like, Dad didn't beat your ass. No one, the police didn't beat your ass.
Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny how you go back to movies and they're not quite how you remember them? Case in point, I don't know when was the last time you guys watched Top Gun. But
every week.
Where you gonna go with this? I watched this movie 20 million times. Where you going?
Okay, Google Top Gun is gay, and then
I know.
Oh, it's extremely.
I don't remember it being that when I was
the high five, like with the
especially when
shirts
they
off.
montage it.
Yeah, bro.
It's
They
way more
montage
than
it.
high five.
Volleyball, like
It's a lot of
That's
butt
where
slapping,
broke-
huh?
That's where Brokeback Mountain got its plot from. Instead of doing it in the air, they just did it in the mountains, and they made it really gay. But if you really look at it, their relationship, the dynamic of their relationship was the same way.
Yeah, but no, Top Gun was actually made really gay. So I don't know. I think they probably
I would just like to say that we have nothing wrong with people who are gay or like to be or have any. If you like that, that's up to you.
Yeah, of course.
But I just want to just add that into the show.
The point I'm trying to make is that when I was little, I remember it being so manly, and like, who's that?
You in class, Charlie?
Where are you at, Charlie?
He's in class.
I got you.
Can you?
I got you.
There you go. Yeah, you gotta muffle that, bro. What are you doing? Don't be a Sean on here. Come on, man.
Go put on your long johns.
Yep, you have one job.
We'll wait.
So yeah. So all right, here we go. There he goes.
That was my wife talking to her mother-in-law. My mother-in-law.
Oh, wait, isn't that your mom?
Yeah, it's like your mother. What?
I forgot what I was talking
Anyway,
about.
so Top Gun.
Oh yeah, so I was just saying, I just remember it being like really manly as a kid and testosterone-y, if that's a word.
Testosterone. Whoa! Did you just do?
That's made by Chef Boyardee.
Oh man, that's the new pasta. The newest pasta.
That's made by Chef Boyardee. Testosterone.
Testosterone.
My pastarone.
It's still a good movie. I've just
They're coming out. The new one's supposed to come out soon, right?
Yeah, it's called Bottom Gun.
It's right. Wow. Once again.
It's a great game.
The Woken Up Book podcast does not agree with anything that comes out of any of these people's mouths.
Just saying. I think that makes that'd be a good title.
We learned all we needed to learn about the Top Gun.
Now we need to know about the bottom
gun. Everybody gets a fair shake. That's gonna be the title.
The tagline, yeah.
You guys are all going to hell, by the way.
Coming this summer.
Bottom gun.
Everyone gets a fair shake. Does it star Val Kilmer? Does he still got it?
Yeah. He don't look good at all.
I mean, he's got to at least appear in it.
So let me ask, do you guys know who the black guy's name in Top Gun was?
There was a
so Goose dies and then
Yo, Joe, you hit all the levels today. There was a black guy in there.
The black guy in Top Gun?
Oh man.
It wasn't called semi-automatic.
Why is my camera not focusing? See, perfect. My camera was hooking me up.
So, okay, trivia. Anybody can guess the black. So after Goose dies, they put him with another pilot. It was a black guy who was on the show with Chuck Norris. Remember that show? Was that whatever that was? But he was the black guy. He was the same guy. What?
Walker, Texas
Ranger. So the black guy. Walker, Texas Ranger.
There's a black guy on that show.
Yeah. His name is Clarence Gilliard Jr. he was actually my fantasy baseball name for a while. He's my fantasy football team's name. But if anybody trivia, I will send you a bottle. Can't Google it. Joe, stop Googling
I'm
it.
not Googling
Joe,
it.
you are Googling something, Joe. What the fuck you Googling?
I'm trying
Joe?
to fix my lighting. I'm like,
yeah,
blurry
with your penis. What are you doing?
Looking down at.
Right? doing, Joe?
You get it.
I'm gonna count to 3, and you can go for it. Black guy on Top Gun. 1, 2.
What we gotta guess his name?
Lou Gossett Jr.
His name on as the character. Everybody had Goose. You had Merlin. You had this. What was his
Coco.
code name? That's racist. That's racist.
That would have been perfect. I know.
It should have been Coco.
If you're thinking back into an 80s movie, you want to pick the most racist name because that's probably what they did.
No. It's still racist. Hold on.
Oh, no. See, I was on the right track.
You called it. You did call it.
So wait, we got
Is
Ace,
it Ace?
we got Maverick, right? We got
Ace, Maverick, Merlin.
Ace.
Whiplash.
Did you say ape, Charlie? You said ape?
Whiplash.
God.
Cotton.
Wow. That's what they say. Spanish people are actually the most racist people in the world. It's really Spanish. It's
Yes,
not,
we are.
It's not white people. It's Spanish people. They get away with some shit.
Sí. En fuego. I don't know. I just
All right. His name is Sundown.
No, it's not.
That's racist.
No, where it's good, right? Because it's like a cool name, but
it's old school racist. It's got class to it, you know.
Right? It's like, oh, you said that like,
and you don't know how to respond.
You want to know how I got that name? Because I had to stop picking in the cotton fields when the sun went down, so that's how I got sundown.
Wow, Joe. Wow.
He's got to make it more racist than it is.
Yeah, all right.
And again, send your hate mail to Woken Up.
Woken Gmail.
That Florida sun's hitting you hard, right?
Charlie's like, it's definitely something with cotton. I know this.
Gotta be cotton. Alex, I get cotton for 500. Alex, can I get cotton for 500? Cotton for 500.
Yeah.
Oh man, FYI, Jeopardy is terrible now. I can't watch it. I can't.
I haven't.
When's the last time you watched it? Come on.
Every day, my wife loves
Really?
Jeopardy.
All
Yes,
right.
we watch.
I like the old
day.
school with Alex Trebek. I like the old
That's
school.
what I'm talking about. I'm talking about without
Yeah, I know.
Alex, after him passing, I can't watch it anymore.
Yeah.
It's so hard to watch.
You gotta, you know what? It's kind of like RBJ. You gotta get rid of them when they're still alive,
Yeah.
right? You can't get rid of them when they're dead.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's just
But the problem is they don't have a host yet, so they have different people.
yeah, they're trying fucking people
and
out.
everyone is just doing a terrible impersonation of Alex Trebek. No one has made it their own yet, and it's like
I would
when
love
is
if
Ryan
Will
Seacrest-
Ferrell would just give us 5
Right.
episodes. That's it. Will Ferrell just give us
Just a
5
week. Give
episodes.
us a week.
That's
But
it.
as Alex Trebek.
Yes.
That would fucking be great.
Roasting
That would be
people.
great.
Yeah.
And just roasting them. They're being serious, but he's just fucking roasting.
Yeah.
Oh, that would see that what I would watch. That would take
That's
that
what
to
I'm
the
saying,
next
like-
level.
Keenan Thompson does a really good job on SNL for the Black Jeopardy when they do the Black
Bro,
Jeopardy skit.
That is the funniest shit.
Yes.
Listen.
One with Tom
Keenan
Hanks?
Thompson doesn't get a
Tom
yeah.
Hanks, yeah.
Keenan Thompson doesn't get a lot of love for
Yeah.
being, but he's
should.
up there like just comedic like legends. I'll say a legend. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna fucking say
He's
it.
awful. He's awful.
He grew on me. I didn't like him.
No, but you gotta be
for a
understand
long time.
Nickelodeon for like
Yeah, I didn't like
he
any
has
of that
range. He has range. You don't understand to carry a shit. Like there's some scenes I'm like, if it wasn't for Keenan, this is fucking all. I mean, I would say he's held like 2 or 3 seasons on his back.
I give him props for his consistency and yeah, but
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
there was
Yeah.
a long time that I didn't really find him that funny, but
I
he grew on me. He grew
I
on me.
agree with you, but when he did impersonation of Big Papi from the Boston
Oh
Red
yeah,
Sox,
yo, that
I was hooked. I was hooked.
Yeah, that was That was
This
great.
he really gets into it, and then Steve Harvey's the best. The bitch, yeah. he just does a good laugh and a good I appreciate that. Anyway,
He does have that David Allen Greer thing with the face where he makes me laugh with his face sometimes. Without
really,
even,
David Allen Greer makes
David Allen Greer I laugh before he even says stuff sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Really, David Allen Greer?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't done anything in a while. So he had that series actually that where they were
and then now he's on the series with what's the name right now? He's on the series with
But he's always had even on In Living Color when he comes out and just I already know what he's about to say is stupid or silly. He's a kind of like a Will Ferrell type of smart.
What was the
silly
show?
Keep
What was
that
it?
straight face.
Men on Film. Could you do a Men on Film today?
Nah.
They could. I think them too. Hear me out, because of those characters are almost iconic, and it's so maybe they could do it, but anybody else trying to do it, I don't think.
Yeah, but even if they do it, I think it's gonna it stops at us.
Completely different.
Even younger people, I don't think are gonna appreciate it. They're gonna hate it. Older people probably get it and like it.
I remember Aaron saying he showed his wife Eddie Murphy Raw, and she was offended.
Who? David Allen Greer showed his wife Eddie
No.
Murphy?
Aaron, our friend Aaron.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, hey girl, you should see this. What are you, 25? Yeah, it's great. You definitely love this.
See, that's the problem with dating younger. But anyway, I'm sorry. So
yeah. But point is, she never saw it before, and she watched it. She was like, "Oh my god!" She was like, and he was like, "Please stop." Please. like, what are you talking about? Like, no, don't ruin this for me. Don't, it's showing. It's almost like watching porn with your girlfriend or significant other, and it's like, I have my own stuff I watch.
That's the worst, right?
Right? Don't ruin this. I have this.
Mm-hmm.
This is mine. Want to watch some porn? No.
Have you ever done?
Why is he doing that?
Yeah. Have you tried that? Because there's a trick to that. So when you want to show your significant, you can't. First rule is you can't show her exactly what you would be going for. You know what I mean? Right off the bat, what's your first search? No
little people whatsoever. You can't show
you gotta make it seem kind of normal first.
This is why you gotta watch the show, people. You gotta tune in. Second time it gets crazy.
Really, you start with the search tag boobies.
Yeah.
And just like that, boobies.
Boobies.
Like that. Boobies. Hey, babe, want to watch porn? Let me just type in what I normally type.
Boobies.
Hopefully it doesn't autocorrect, fill in your search.
Yes.
You put B and it's black balls.
Black everything, black on black on black. Oh. And she goes, "Let me try." And you're like, "You like that?" Well,
Hey, do you guys have that friend that sends you, or that's family, whoever, that sends you just the weirdest, most inappropriate, right?
Yes.
So I've mentioned
it's you, Joe. It's you. For me, it's Joe.
So I have this friend who he just gets a kick out of fucking with people's heads. So he told me, he's like, and I mentioned it before, one of his biggest fears is he dies without getting to delete his search history, because he's like, dude, you just take any two random words. He's like, look, and he put dildo and bike, right? And sure enough, it's like a bicycle with a dildo as a seat, and a bunch of other crazy shit. He'll just pick one and send it to people. So he has all these weird ass searches. So his fear is he'll die or get into an accident before he could delete the history on his phone.
That's funny.
Because he can't joke with his wife that way. I was like, oh man, I could all day with my wife. I try to offend her. It's so hard. She laughs at everything.
Well, I think it's my dad would send me some weird shit. And now listen, I don't really have a good relationship with my father.
Trying to reconnect.
No, but yeah, that's the worst part about it.
Sorry about the stripper,
I haven't talked to you in 10 years, and you're sending me this girl on girl action shit. I'm like, what are you doing? And so it got so annoying. Like at some point, I was literally just like, is this another fucking clip of something like this? And I was like, do you know it's 2000?
Sorry
yeah.
about the past 20 years, but here's a dildo, Mike.
Yeah,
Enjoy.
but that's my point. Is like I have this same access you do. Like I can look shit up. I don't need you to send it to me. And then I'm looking at it. He's like, and then I said, you know, it's weird when you have to tell your parent, like, hey, you know what? I'd rather talk to you than you send me this creepy stuff. It's like, well, people at work sent it to me, so I just figured you would enjoy it, son. And I'm like,
I just hit forward all.
yeah. You know, they just send it to work, right? So, you know, I'm like, I haven't talked to you in 20 years. Now you're sending me.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't get it.
Now you can see why you haven't spoken to him in 20 years.
There you go. And then and then
Can we get your dad as a guest on the podcast?
I would love to. I would love to. And then he sent me a picture of him and Dr. J together at some party.
Dr. J.
And then it made me, him and Dr. J at this age. And not
J.
Yeah, Dr. J. Yes.
I thought you said Dr. Dre. I don't know.
No.
I'd be like, hey, that's cool, cool, Dad.
That's cool too.
So at some point, I was like, he sends it to me. I was like, do I be like, oh my God, this is so awesome? Like, how old are, like, you know, like, oh, it is Dr. J, right? So legend, but it's not Michael. It's not like magic. It's Dr. J. It's not, I still respected it, but he just sent it to me like, yeah. And I'm like, it made me think about how many like celebrities, regardless of what they've done in their life, but have posted up with people who are just scums of the earth. Not saying my dad scums of the earth, but just saying like, you know what? You know, let me lay that out. But I mean, you know, there's people that are just awful people. Like some guy just killed like 3 people in bodies. Like, hey, I'm here with blah blah blah. Today, you know?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Well, Ted Bundy was like that. Ted Bundy was buddy with a lot of people. Nobody knew that he was a serial killer.
Yeah, I was watching that series, that docu-series. I got to like the 2nd episode, but that shit is crazy.
I can't watch that shit, man. You know, I'm aware, but I can't watch that shit.
Yeah. No, I have to. I gotta know. I gotta know the signs.
Listen,
acting weird.
You know, it's rare when black people get like caught up in some stuff, but like when I see, I was like, you saw the signs, like you knew it was something that you know was going on. Well, you know, he was just like special and different, just like you know, he just thought differently, and he was talking about deep stuff. And then I was in a cult, and next thing you know, we're eating people, and then he ate me, and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, yep.
And like,
exactly.
Like how does that
story?
No, you know how many? Dude, I've seen. My wife's addicted to Dateline. 85% of those could have been avoided.
That's my point, Joe. That's my point.
It's like, wait, huh? Like that's like those are.
I
like
saw
red
the sign, but I didn't
flags
really see the sign. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
But it just also goes to show that was their craft. They knew who to pick. They knew who their victims were. They weren't going to go after somebody.
Yeah,
that
there's
would
enough
turn them
gullible
away.
people and naive people in the world to keep.
Let me ask something.
Serial killers in business.
Let's ask serious question. True. If you could purge for one night, you don't have to tell me you don't have to say who you would kill, but you just say if you could just kill somebody, just to kill somebody, would you kill somebody? You don't get charged for anything. You can kill one person just to see what it feels like or something like that. Would you kill somebody?
Is it?
I don't have that in me.
Is
that's
it
what
like,
I'm saying. It's like
I don't know. Is it like morally like acceptable? Like
no, again, it's like the purge.
Like,
you just get one night. You just get one night. You can purge or not purge, but you can kill one person. You can kill one night. You can kill one person. Would you take the opportunity, or would you lock yourself up in the house? But you can kill one person one night. No one looks at you differently any way possible. That's it.
Just one. Just one.
Just one. Yeah, just one. I want you to go crazy.
Yeah, because I gotta look at myself. Like, you know what I mean? I gotta look at myself in the mirror. So I'm not that curious. In the house. Yeah. And I mean, if everybody's purging, there's a good chance I might get to kill somebody anyway in self-defense. So I'll just let it come to me. If it happens, that happens. But I'm not trying. You know what I
I'm
mean?
prepared. Don't sleep
Yeah.
on
Oh
me.
yeah. You know, I'm
Don't sleep
prepared.
on my shit.
I'm prepared to
Clack,
kill
clack,
somebody.
clack,
I
bang. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want
Bang,
to.
bang. Don't try it up in here.
You know, like you come into my house, yeah. Then I mean, then we gotta do what we gotta do.
Okay.
Clank,
All right.
clank.
He just let you know. Staten Island never
You know what I
leaves
mean?
you.
No? They let you buy guns out here. You know what I'm saying? Charlie
You know
knows
what I'm
what's up.
Ching chang. You go. Oh, all right. It's packing heat. All right.
I'm just saying, Florida, they could get anything. It's like ridiculous.
Missile launcher.
Next episode, Charlie's gonna like, this is my flamethrower. Look.
That's my ray gun.
I got it at
Not even out on
Walmart.
the market yet.
I got it at Walmart.
Yeah, 40% off. It's pretty cool.
Son, this is how you shoot the bazooka. This. You have to hold your shoulder tight.
What's this one at the Wawa
Yeah.
with a pack of smokes?
Getting some cinnamon toast crunch, and I saw it.
Oh, it was actually in the box.
I need that.
You remember the people that got
In
crab
the
legs
cereal.
in their fucking cereal? Like,
Oh,
how
yeah,
does
yeah.
that no, how does that happen? How does cinnamon toast
Did
get
you
mixed?
read? All right, because it gets worse. Do you read how it happens?
No, I didn't.
No,
I just
no.
saw
I,
it from-
I only read up to where they denied it, and he was just
All right,
posting all the
so
stuff on
then
Twitter.
they
And then
do
I was
some
like,
more.
he's a podcaster, comedian,
Yeah,
so I
so-
was kind of like, eh.
So they do some more from the box, and there was little black things, little pellets. So they was like, okay, those are probably rat droppings. So what they think happened was a rat nested and into whatever, and it got into the box. But when they nest, they bring food droppings like shrimp tails and things like that. It looks like it was like similar. They found similar things to like support that evidence, saying that it was probably a rat had nested. And
Some
Evan,
of the
you
nest
should
got
never
into
you should never tell us the real part of anything. I
oh.
hate now I'm disgusted by the story.
Well,
And I
if
don't
you guys would
wanna-
have kept
yeah.
reading,
You guys ever read what really happened to her? Yeah. What?
That's fun at parties.
That's a good one. It was a good
You know
one.
why they call
As the
one eye
guy's
Willie?
eating cinnamon toast crunch.
Yeah. You don't want to eat that anymore, do you, buddy? You know why
Which
they call one
sucks.
eye Willie? Yeah.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is like one of my favorites.
I
It was
have a
up there.
Costco box
Good
from
cereal.
California.
Good cereal.
Fucking thing. Can't
So
eat
it was bananas though. This was going on for a while. When you bought Chiquita bananas, they were finding tarantulas in like a batch.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so everybody was nervous about opening up the bag. So still to this day, I'm always like, there's two things I'm always worried about. I've never been to Australia, but if I ever go to Australia,
Oh,
they always tell you to flush the toilet because normally the big snakes, they nest in around it because it's cool. And so they always tell you to flush first. I'm like, yeah, I ain't going. So anytime I go to anywhere, like any outside of the States, I always flush the toilet when I first get into a hotel
mhm.
or an Airbnb or something, just because you just never know I may come out at night. And I don't want to be like,
man.
So anyway, and then that other thing. So
Yeah.
and shit. Oh, so
Shit, I barely like going to Florida. Every body of water got an alligator in it, pretty much. It could be a fucking pond, and I'm pretty sure there's a baby gator in that bitch.
where do the big gators hang out at? You know those ones that just
courses.
come.
Golf
I know, but like
courses.
every now and then they just like big motherfuckers come out. Like, is that just their territory? Like that's their hood? Like the other gators know, like, yo, nah, we don't go over there, man. He cool, we got that. Like that's his joint. Like, how does that work?
That's Leroy's.
Right?
Leroy's.
That's Debo. That's
Over there.
Debo's.
That's Debo. We don't
Charlie,
go over there.
how often do you see a gator, or have you seen?
Uh, Honestly, I haven't seen. There's quite a few in my where I live in the ponds by my house. We always get postings. Oh, gator sighting here. I stay away from them. I don't go near them.
Yeah.
But there was one time there was a gator right chilling on the street where I go running. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I crossed the street real quick.
So do you
You know
think
how, like,
you
if-
could take a gator in a fight?
I don't want to find out. Do you know, like, I treated it, I don't know if you guys, I don't know if you guys remember in the neighborhood, St. Paul's, when we used to go up towards St. Paul's, that one house that their pit bull was always out going
Or
towards
they
the
used to
church
chase
on St.
everybody?
Paul.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that dog. Fuck that dog. Fuck that.
Mhm.
Dog.
Yo,
Fuck
so
that
I crossed the street mad quick. On the other side of the street, I was like, I'm not even gonna run down that way today. I'm gonna
But
go
let's
the other way.
talk about it because we all picked an animal. If you were to take out a gator, how would you do it?
Me?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's it. You have to fight a gator.
I
You
got
have
to
to.
zigzag. I got to run zigzag, and I got to try to get behind it somehow.
All right, so Charlie loses. So at your funeral, tell me what song do you want me to sing?
No. I'll just
And
do
what's
like
it? And what's the age limit that your wife can now date?
Anybody that could be the gator.
There you go.
Nice.
Big topic. Let's get. Can we get back to the original topic?
Yeah, man.
what was the original topic?
It was, yeah.
Don't even be mattering that Woken Up Woke.
You lose your significant other, and if you were gonna date again, what's the age limit? How young would you go? How old would you go?
What
you
would
stay in
you
the
look
same
for?
pocket?
What qualities?
Joe, you did answer a little bit on that, but then we just went
Yeah.
on all these tangents.
Yeah, I said 5
bring us back.
as far as young goes, and
Please clarify that.
5 years younger than my current age.
Here at the Woken Woke, we don't condone anything.
Definitely.
Anybody said.
And then older than me just depends on how much money she has.
Really?
Because if she's loaded, then I'll go, I'll go pretty high because then I could enjoy the last couple of years of, my money that she left to me.
All right, we learned a lot about Joe just now.
All
right,
I'm just saying.
Joe,
my original
95,
love.
Joe, 95?
Yeah, why not? How old am I? Am I 70? I mean, 95 might look good to 70. I don't know. So.
Oh, I guess that's the other question. How old are you? So we
right
all
now. Last year you were looking for your wife and gave up after an hour, and now we moved on.
Oh, then hell yeah. If she's rich,
95?
95, hell yeah. I'll do it. I'll do it.
What's your limit?
Ain't no limit. Depends on how deep her pockets are. You're just shortening up the time before I hit the jackpot.
I'm just so glad you said pockets after that.
No, realistically, 10 years.
Older.
You are full of shit. Listen.
But you're talking about relationship. You're talking about relationship.
Yeah. Some kind of relationship, whether it's sexual or.
Oh, well, that means
I don't know what other relationships there are outside of that. Whatever the other one is.
I'm the opposite of Joe. 10 years younger, 5 years older. That's
I got you.
Yeah, that would be my range.
But that's because you look that age range. I look the opposite. I look like I'm 20 years older than I am. All right. Well, how about you, bro?
Well, I've dated 12 years older.
Oh, whew.
How rich was she? How rich was she?
Oh, older. I'm sorry, older. I got you. I'm sorry. I thought you said younger. So you dated 12 years older. Okay. How was that?
Yes.
Like, seriously speaking, I don't mean it like jokingly.
You met her. I was in a relationship with her.
I know, but I'm saying like I didn't know the details. Like what I mean is how was it as far as dealing with the age difference, like someone older than you? Like were there times where like it was clear like you're 10 years or 12 years older than me, or did it not seem like it was it mattered?
No, I think when the woman is older than you, there's some insecurities because if you really look younger, like she would always say, like, could you grow your facial hair, please? Like
yeah.
Just show a little bit of the terms that. But kids are the weirdest thing. She had 2 kids, and so that is the weird kind of dynamic when your kids are almost like
your peers. Well, not really, but
No, but just in
you
that
can
age,
you can relate to them
There's
and
a
you can relate to
connection.
her.
yes. And so you're just
The
kind of like,
go-between.
what, and stuff like that. And I remember, like, I was like, anytime I met her daughter's friends, I would like literally just like a hand pat. No, there's no hugging. There's no hugging up in here.
Yeah.
There's just a little dab. My friends, if any of them, I was like, why the fuck you hugging her daughter or her daughter's friends? I
Right.
was like, don't touch them. I was like, listen,
Right.
don't even breathe next to them.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear nothing.
Yeah.
And that was one thing I made sure of. But it was funny when I would play her son in sports, and I was like, yeah, you motherfucker. He would call me a motherfucker. And I was sorry. Yeah.
Wait, he calls you.
Yeah, sorry.
It's just me and you now. Your mom's not around, you little motherfucker.
Yeah. No. But sorry. Yeah, I've been drinking. But he would call me like I beat him in a game or something. He's like, I hate you, motherfucker. And I was like, I am a motherfucker.
Thank you.
And that was better. All right.
You're right.
Well, can you clean that up in post? Can you clean that up?
Wow.
Clean that up, please.
I was like, wait a minute, Ro.
Yeah, mother. What? Yeah, mix it up.
We're really opening up here.
Yeah, all right.
That's what you used to tell her kids. Clean that up.
Yeah, and that's tough when, like I said, it's just different things. But also it's cool because I sometimes like dating older women because there's just less bullshit. There's less this, like on your phone. Younger girls, I was like 28, 30, I would go, but like going on those dates is like you want to shoot your fucking self in the fucking head. Yeah. And then it's Instagram and like this and like, what are you doing this? And like, oh my God, are you in this? You're not following me. Why are you not following me? I don't because I don't want to know what the fuck you're doing. I was like, I have no need to know that. So it's just a different energy that people bring, but there's nothing like just a good time. And it's like, it's old school, but it's like new and it's just a new energy. And that you can't, like, I'll just say my last thing on this, seeing Stevie Wonder. And that was amazing. And I saw Stevie Wonder with her and that was just like an amazing experience to see a legend. And like, she had
someone
her own
who
experience.
appreciates it.
Yeah. But also she had her own experience before I even knew about, Stevie as she had her own experience, Stevie. And then I experienced, an artist, and then we experienced together and then really have respect for that. That's, I think, a huge thing that you can't really
Yeah, I think I would not last. I couldn't survive in today's dating climate just for that reason. I can't do all the tech stuff and like, I'd probably find somebody in the library before I do online.
So you'll
I
be
still
arrested.
go to the library. I still go to the library. Jesus.
Okay, John Wick. I'm getting some books. Okay, to the library.
You know what? I quit.
Chris Hansen here. Have a seat.
Yeah.
So you like checking out books at the
know,
library?
you do know adults go to the library, right? There's a whole adult fiction section. That's where all the kids hang out.
I was gonna say, is that where you catch the kitties? Catch the kitties?
You guys are
Picture you in a trench coat, like an aisle of books.
Do you own a trench coat, Joe?
No, I did. Oh, I did. I don't have it anymore. Not like the classic one. It was just black. I didn't have like the classic pervy tan one. I'd like one of those.
Inspector Gadget.
Inspector Gadget?
Yeah.
I have one. It's nice.
I had when I was a kid. I
have one.
Do you?
I wear it. Sometimes I feel older, but sometimes I feel cool. Hey,
I bet you do.
I don't have the one with the
When you don't have anything on under it, gets real cool.
I want to do that once. I want to do that once. Feel that freedom.
I would wear a kilt. I'll do a whole kilt.
Yeah, or a kilt.
No,
I always thought that was no drawers.
You could wear a robe. I think the robe has the same feeling.
Yeah, but the robe,
That's
it's
true.
got to be something like accepted socially. So like a kilt.
Robes are smoking,
A
a
kilt,
smoking
yeah.
coat, like a nice little smoking jacket.
Yeah.
I you know, I want to get one. I think, what age do you get a smoking jacket? 50?
What age do you get a members only jacket?
Wow, touche, Charlie.
You should just wear a members only jacket.
Touche.
Nothing else.
You know what?
how
You know
short
what?
members only jackets are. It comes up to like his belly button.
Boom. It's like this. Hey.
Awful.
Long t-shirts. Just long t-shirts. Yeah.
Oh man, you go to
They are short. They never made a long members only, like a trench.
Right.
Remember
There's no 3/4.
They knew, like, no, this isn't
Yeah,
gonna sell that other way. You don't want the trench members. I guarantee you, somebody made a trench members only. Like, no, this isn't gonna work.
He doesn't work. Please escort him out. What's he thinking? What's he thinking with all that extra?
It comes in full cocaine, fully lined with cocaine. The members only trench.
Cocaine.
All right, we
Just
touched everything on this show.
Yep,
Just touched everything.
just a little tap.
Literally,
Oh, man.
literally. All right.
All right, man. I think.
I have you. I didn't hear you. What age you got? We'll finish the round and then
So again, the correct answer is I would never date again. My wife is the only one for me. So,
But if your wife said okay and gave you,
she will. She's made it quite clear that when she dies,
I've heard her say that.
Right.
I've literally heard her like, yeah, motherfucker, you better ain't nobody. I was like, but the kids are gonna need somebody.
Right. What
That's
better
what I'm
than someone who works at Hooters? Like,
It's called,
there you go.
it's called Ghost Mom.
Goes
exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that would be funny.
It's a
Ghost
new
Mom.
Disney
They made
movie.
Ghost Dad, but they need to make Ghost Mom. That would be
Ghost
fucking
Mom.
hysterical.
It'd be like
That's funny.
I don't know. Raven will do it. Disney movie.
Ghost Mom.
Ghost Mom. That's funny. Interesting. All right, Charlie.
10 years younger, 5 years older.
All right, that was just quick.
Sticking
All right,
with
so-
it.
all right.
He's not.
Well, I guess I didn't really. Yeah, I guess you don't want as old as your mom, right? That's
Yeah,
I think that's
weird.
the thing, right? Yeah. You want to keep it below your mom. Pause. You want to the
But
age.
see, that's what I mean. Like, what attributes are we going? Like, so I'm thinking, all right, if I just lost my wife, now I'm trying to go like, I don't know, sex crazy. Like, so you know, I
Balls to
think
the
all the
wall. Balls to
For
the
lack of a
floor.
better-
Balls to the floor.
balls to the floor. Going balls to the floor. So all those other like attributes as far as talking and all that don't really matter. So,
I would actually like my new one to be mute and
so yeah,
just sign, and that's it. And I'm like, all I need to know is this.
Like, he's gonna be like, she's over there doing that TikTok shit.
put a phone in front of her. She's great. She's good. Yeah. So my future wife is gonna be a deaf mute, with her tubes tied, Brazilian model. So if you're out there, send your mail to wokenupwoke@gmail.com. Send your measurements.
Oh man.
You know your wife's still alive, right?
Send me a voice note.
But I won't be after this.
You know what I love every week? When you just don't think you can step in it, you always find a way. And that's what I'm mad about you. Yeah, this one you think you go.
Yeah,
"Ah, he's
that
good."
the 2 episodes before, yeah, it was a rough week. It wasn't we weren't speaking.
Hey, it happens. We keep it real here.
And then what do you say? Like, yo, what's going on? What's wrong? And then does she go like, I listened to your show.
Yeah,
She's
exactly.
time
And so
stamp.
then she got
And
time
is it?
stamp.
Did you
At
say it's Row again?
3:13, You said
It's Row again, or
always
is
say
it
it's
Joe?
Row. No,
Is
it's
it
always
Row or
Row.
Joe?
He's always asking
It's
these
always
questions.
Row. It's always Ro. It's not. It can't be Joe. I'm sorry. Joe's married as well. So and Charlie's married. So it's not. I can't blame them. I gotta blame you.
Yeah.
Okay. I get blamed for everything. All right.
Yep.
That's great. That's good.
So you get married, then we're all asked out.
Yeah. Then we gotta.
But
blame
the
someone
words
else.
are coming out of your mouth. Listen. I'm just here for support.
Peer pressure.
Mhm.
We don't want you to feel like left out. So
Right.
we all don't. So we bring it down to your level. We slum it a little bit.
Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate you all for what you do.
When it comes to relationships, we'll slum it with you.
Bro, you're not dating or anything, bro?
I date.
Who'd you go to Puerto Rico with?
I date.
Who's talking about fucking dolphins?
Yeah, who gave you the idea to blowhole fucking a dolphin?
It was probably a dolphin. He probably got dumped by a dolphin.
I want to meet her.
You know what sucks though? The next time if I ever see a dolphin, it's gonna be weird. Definitely gonna be awkward.
You feel like he knows
the show. Yeah. Dolphins are smart like that. All it takes is for one to hear it, and then they all know.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
Erin said her nephew, she was going through his phone, and that part, the little clip we played, he saw me and heard me doing it. He didn't know if he could make me out because I had the shades on. He was like, "What the hell is that?" And she was like, they looked at each other, and I've never seen a child have a look in their face like that before in such disgust of what I did to a dolphin. And I was like, that's not really my fault. You shouldn't. He's like, yeah, he didn't just go, when the kids just scroll through and it came on one of the feeds of people you follow. And he was like, she's like, oh my God, his face. It was just something you never want to see on a child ever again.
That's him, the dolphin fucker.
Somewhere someone's searching for dolphin fucking. Oh man.
She's like, we haven't talked about it since.
Oh man, good times.
I was like, I'm sorry, but I'm not really, because I didn't it wasn't. Why is your nephew watching the shit? Jimmy watching the shit? That's on you.
And it was a hypothetical situation. It wasn't
exactly,
and
it wasn't physically having sex with him. I was anyway.
Watch the episode. You'll know what we're talking
Please
about.
watch the episode and make sense of what we are talking about.
I think the sloth got it worse than the dolphin. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, I forgot to tag you. National Geographic on Instagram has an ad for new season of something, and it's just a sloth. It's slow motion, just looking and turning.
Charlie, you did not. Charlie, you did not listen to our episode, did you? I'm watching your face. You did not listen to the episode, did you?
I didn't, dude. I don't know if it's today was the first day I was responding to messages in the group. I've been so busy the last 2 weeks. We were on vacation. My son with college and stuff.
Yeah.
We went down to Orlando we stayed in a resort down in Orlando.
Nice. Is Disney open yet?
Yeah, Disney never closed.
Florida never closed. Yeah. That's where the CDC did all its research.
5 years. 5 years. Listen. This is going to be around till the next election.
What's that? The COVID?
COVID.
Oh,
we're going to be wearing masks. We're going to be wearing masks the next election. I kid you not. Some guy came up to me today. He was like, if I get the vaccine, I can just come in with no mask. I'm like, no. He's like, really? I'm like, no. I was like, I just got my first shot, by the way.
Nice. How you feel?
Woo! I felt good. That was weird. Listen. You can get a shot. It doesn't matter. They don't care. They really don't care.
Mm-hmm.
My blood pressure is high. Mm-hmm. And so I qualify for that. So if they were to test me on site, they would have seen it, but they don't test. They don't do any of that shit. I'm like, really? We're not checking any of this? Do I have to have a doctor's note? Do I have nothing? You just make an appointment. That's it.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Was that it?
No, that's it.
Oh yeah. I got my second shot on Monday. And
what'd you get? Moderna, Johnson?
Moderna. Wait, what's the other one? Pfizer. I got Pfizer.
Pfizer.
Oh, okay.
And so over where we went, the site we went to was the Coliseum, and it was run by the National Guard, and they were the ones
Administering the.
not administering, but they're the ones that kind of corral everyone and tell you where to go and all that. And it's in the parking lot, so it's you're in and out. And fuck, I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about?
Shots.
Oh, okay.
You're in
So-
the Coliseum.
Yeah. So
Wow,
this is
wow.
Right,
Joe,
yeah.
you okay? 'Cause
No,
that's like
I've been
you
drinking. I've been
So that's
looking,
a perfect.
like-
So there you go,
Yeah.
folks. Do not get the shot from Pfizer.
But
No, okay.
Apparently, it fucks
No.
with your memory.
So no, I remember now. So we're going for our second shot. So they check for that. Like you can't go if this is your first shot, right? So
Yeah,
you've been. This is your second time around, and the car in front of us, the guy is getting his shot, and he's wearing a long sleeve T-shirt and nothing under it, and he's forced to take. He's not forced, but he takes off his whole shirt. He gets out of
Yeah,
the car.
because you have to get because he couldn't roll up to his arm. Yeah.
Right. So he takes off his whole thing, and he doesn't have the body to be taking off his shirt in public. And I'm thinking to myself,
But he's
dude,
confident. He's confident though, right?
he looked confused.
Is he shot confident? Is he shot confident or just he's just confused? Or is
He's
he
like,
shot
I
confident?
don't
I need a
care.
shot. I don't give a
maybe
fuck.
probably more
Shot.
shot confident, but it was so awkward and weird. And I'm like, dude, you can't tell me that you were here last time. This is your second shot. You knew what was going to happen.
Hey babe, give me
Why
the
did-
t-shirt in the back. Give me the tank top.
Why
Give me
did
the
you wear
tank
the
top.
most? Because he looked uncomfortable at some point. Like he realized, wait a minute, I'm standing here in the middle of a parking lot with hundreds of people.
Was he tan or pale?
He was pale as it could be.
Oh,
He
that's
was
the worst
pale.
part.
He
Shirts off.
I'll be honest, he looked like he played a lot of video games. Like
Alright.
it was one of the, like yeah. So I don't know. But yeah, it was pretty streamlined and I'm feeling good.
All right.
you want to know the craziest thing out of that whole thing that you just spoke about with this whole thing? And what I got from that whole thing is when you said that it was the National Guard. They had to herd us and corral us like we're fucking animals. This is the point that everybody's missing.
So you're not getting the shot, right? Is that what you're about to say? You're not getting the shot?
My wife said I have to get the shot because we travel a lot. So
Thank you. I love your wife. Thank you.
So yes, I am getting the shot.
Get the
But I
goddamn
just-
shot.
I just don't. We're being treated ways that I never thought us as human beings would have to be treated, and that's the scary part about
But
it.
how are we treated though? I mean, I don't feel like we're
You
being treated.
just said it. We have to be corralled. We have to be herded.
Yeah, because it's 50 million cars coming into one site. We can't all just come together and jam in. We need somebody.
But I
Joe,
think
but
that kind of adds to it too, though. Just think about how it's being administered and
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
pandemic. They need to get it out.
Yeah,
fast. How else are they
exactly.
gonna do it?
That's what's right. And there's only enough for certain people at certain times. So that's what.
I mean,
I'm sorry. Did my ancestors not come over on a slave boat? And did my ancestors not get injected with syphilis? And you motherfuckers are complaining. Get the fuck out
I'm
of
not
here.
complaining.
Take the shot. They corralled us. Oh, they asked you politely. They didn't whip you and put you in chains. I'm okay. I'm okay with it. I love when Americans come at you and be like, oh my God, we're being forced to do all this crazy stuff. It's so crazy. Our rights. Get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Are
people.
you kidding me?
People
you
confuse
seriously-
rights
are you
with having to
kidding
follow
me?
rules sometimes. Like,
That's
just
what I'm
because you have
saying.
it's a free country.
Yeah,
you
but
still gotta
that's
follow
what I'm
rules.
talking about too. The fact that I think you're missing the point. The point is that we can't just like put out a box and say, hey, look, here's vaccines, and expect people to act like we're at a point in society, like, common sense would be like, all right, let me go get mine. But we know that it would be a fucking free for all. Someone would take more than they're supposed to. And so then you have to have, this kind of order and this structure in order to do something to save our lives, which is, which I think is crazy. Human beings are crazy like that. Because if given the chance on our own accord, someone would come and try to take everything and then sell it. And, it would be chaos.
Well, the
without
best thing they did
structure.
though is they made it political, and so now you have one half that just won't take it at all, and then you have another half that's like, oh my god, I need to take it. I need it. So when can I get it? When can I get it as soon as possible? And so that is I mean, does it help? It does help because now certain
It
people
does
get
help because
administered.
now it's only half.
Yeah,
fighting
but then the
for it.
bigger picture, we want everybody to get it. It's gonna. That's when we're gonna get into some problems. And then you have certain states like, bro, all regardless if you believe in whatever president or whatever it is, or left or right, whatever it is, but the man just asked you to do 100 days and wear a mask. Like we couldn't even do like 35. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I'm all about let's try something one way, and then if it doesn't work, you at least tried it and it didn't work. So fuck you about any future plans after that. But we didn't even try 100 days. Florida don't give
more
a fuck.
than 100 days.
Texas, no. When Biden got into office, he literally asked, he said, hey, I would like everybody to do 100 days of a mask.
Charlie left.
There you go. Charlie's like, fuck
you.
You're gonna talk about Florida.
But that's what I'm just saying, but that's what it was. Love you, Charlie. That's what it was. I mean, 100 days. He got in office, what, January 20th, January 21st? It's February, March.
Yeah, but I think that the thing with that is at that point, after
60
almost
days?
a whole year, and then someone saying 100 days, I think more the thing was about.
I get it. But again, you had somebody that literally said to you,
no one's
it's going to
say,
disappear. Charlie,
but at that point, no one, after going through what everyone's been through, no one's gonna be like, all right, yeah, let's do another 100. So at that point, you gotta expect the reaction's always gonna be like, enough's enough.
Again, they made it political, and because they
should have did it from jump and be like, hey,
yeah,
and originally, but that was the talk. All right, we're gonna go on a strict lockdown for even people were like, okay, 3 months, I'm good. Let's go 3 months, 4 months, whatever, strict lockdown. But it never happened like that.
Never.
Because then you always get the people who don't want, Johnny doesn't want to play. So, well, I'm not doing it. So then it took a year to get us to where we're at now. And it's at the point where you got to force people.
And
like,
that's
hey,
a beautiful, that's a sad and beautiful place of America, is that we always feel that someone's stepping on our rights. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I have a right to do this. I'm like, we got to think about the bigger picture. Like, again, I don't listen. Even though I have high blood pressure, I'm still in better shape than a lot of people that if they got this, versus me surviving versus them, I'm probably going to be all right. So again, I don't need to do it, but I'm thinking about other people. Right? It's more than just me. And that's how I look at the bigger picture. And you can call it what you want, but that's the way I look.
Back in the 60s, 70s when they made it a law to have seatbelts, or maybe it was in the 50s, have seatbelts in cars. People fought over that, saying you're restricting, you're taking away my right to drive without a seatbelt. And it's like, it's not taking away your right. We're trying to make everybody safe. There's more cars on the road.
It's always going to be. There's always going to be that debate as far as when it comes down to forcing and not forcing. That's where people,
And don't get me wrong, I get it. We need
debating.
someone to check the government and the people, the powers that be, to make sure that they're just not doing anything that they want to.
Because it's always going to come back to where does it stop if you force me to do this? So that's where whenever you hear those arguments, that's what the argument is. But why can't we get to a point where we're talking it out like this, like where you make sense instead of so people, the freedom people who are like, oh, it's my right to do this, and you're infringing on my rights. Like, get to the real point. What are you, scared of? And then the other side, the same thing. Where do we meet that happy middle ground and saying, all right, don't worry, you're not being infringed on here, and this makes sense. Let's do it. Yeah. But
let me drop a bomb on the pod to close it out. We've had 2 massacres with guns. I know a couple people on the pod have guns, and I believe you should have the right to own a gun, but do you need to be able to have a semi-automatic gun? I think you should be able to go to the range, shoot as many as you want, shoot whatever you want, bazookas, whatever the fuck you want to do. Yeah. But in your plate, you should be able to have that at home. That's my only view on that. You want a
See, but
rifle
then-
to kill deer. You want a handgun, whatever, but a semi-automatic
Here's the
assault rifle.
real quick.
That's my view. Just my personal view.
Because I love the arguments and all that on both sides, and I can see. But my quick 2 cents is, I think we're already past that. It's the same thing like with guns, saying, guns have already been invented and it's there already. So you can't say no guns. So now the same arguments, no semi-automatic, automatic.
No,
It's there. It's out. So my thing is, it's there. It's already there. Semi-automatic, fully automatic. The guns, it's already there. There's never gonna be no. All right, let's get them. Let's get rid of them. Let's put them in a big giant meat grinder. And
not all guns. I'm just saying the one.
It's bigger than It's too big now to even be having those arguments.
I think
but should you allow somebody to have an arsenal? That's what I'm saying. I know people that have semi, but to have 5 of them, what is the point of that? What do you need 5 of?
You don't need 5 fucking guns.
I mean, I think it's back to what Ev said. There has to be a happy medium, right? Because I think a lot of it too is stop.
So then, what's the number going to be?
Right.
That's what I'm talking
I mean,
about.
and I guess that when that has to be both sides coming together, coming to some sort of reasonable, compromise.
Yeah,
but
we got to have sensible conversations.
I think
about
a
everything.
lot of that too, a lot of gun issues too, is lack of education. I learned so much more about guns coming here, and I gained a different perspective. I'm not full on, I don't have an arsenal, you know what I mean? But I think sometimes people are confused with what guns are. They see an AR and they think, oh, it's a machine gun and you're shooting. It's a rifle. It's like having a 22. It looks tactical and it looks scarier than it is. So not to say that you should have
Has everybody shot a gun on here?
Rifles.
Has everybody shot a gun on here? Ev?
Yeah.
I have.
Okay. We've all shot a gun. Yeah.
Charlie?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, but I think education is a big thing too that would help. People are scared of what they don't know a lot of times. But yeah, Charlie, you like you had something to say.
Oh no, I was gonna say I'd rather cut you. I want to get personal if I'm gonna hurt you.
We should ban knives.
So I know what Charlie's doing on the purge night.
Stabbing everybody.
He's that guy you can't see that just comes up behind
He's in the kitchen.
you.
No, I shot my first gun when I drove cross country when I moved out to LA, and we stopped in Texas. And so I shot a gun in Texas, of all places. The scariest moment was seeing a 13-year-old kid get a firearm, and then they've said this is their rite of passage. So at 13, they get their first gun, and you see the kids go to the range. It's kind of like when you go to an amusement park and the ride like that. So I asked the guy, and the girl I was dating at the time, she was like, "Bro, don't be that person right now." And I was like, "Well, I was like, so excuse me, what are the requirements to shoot a gun?" "Well, if the parents say it's okay, it's okay." I'm like, "There's no higher." No. The parents say it's good, it's good. I'm like, what? So I'm shooting, and when you go to a firing range, you hear boom, boom, boom. I'm like, that shit is scary. It's one thing like hearing shots in the hood, but like right there in the room, like you're like, oh fuck. And now I'm scared. I'm nervous. Like shit, I got to go in this thing and now shoot something. And the first thing, I don't know if he just said it to me because I was black, but he's like, listen, don't go sidearming that motherfucker.
Yes, that was racist.
He straight up said that. He straight up said it. He's like, listen. Don't do that thing they do in the movies. Listen, rip your fucking hand off. That last fuck. I was like, so now I'm shook with my fucking hands. And then,
how else am I gonna shoot now?
Exactly. And that's a whole nother thing. I'm sure there's so many people in the hood that weren't taught how to shoot properly.
Well,
That's why there's so many guns that people just get random hits. But my point is, their fucking hands are fucking hanging. It's like your thumb is hanging from your hand because the gauge after your last fire, it shoots back, right? And so all you motherfuckers that are trying to be gangster, your whole fucking thumb is dangling now off your hand because you didn't realize that the fucking gun, when it's done, it's gonna cock back. And I was like,
Pinch
holy
the shit out of
shit.
your fucking hand.
They're in the hospital right now trying to glue and staple their shit back together. But I'm like,
Yeah, but
yo.
see, to
And if they
that point,
were-
that's why that 13-year-old was there
Yeah.
being taught by their parents.
Yeah.
the proper
Everybody
safety.
went there, and I
It
think
was-
that's the problem. We have, we don't have a gun problem in America. We have a bad shot in America thing. Too many people not hitting their targets and other people suffering for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you
Well, I
see
mean-
those videos in Texas when they try to walk up in some place and rob it, and the old guy pulls out his 45.
Oh yeah, they hit him. They
takes
hit him.
out
They ain't
like that.
playing.
He's not missing.
They ain't missing. But I
He's
think
butter.
there's also, well, I was gonna go the bigger problem is that maybe some of these neighborhoods need money put into them so that we can better educate them and give them better jobs and opportunities so that they don't have to result to killing others. But if they were
that's
better
true.
shooters, they
Yeah,
Put a gun range in there. Let them shoot.
you know. That's what the hood's missing.
Technical.
Actually, a gun
I
range.
think it's
And I
cheaper.
think-
I think it would be
think we
cheaper
can
than
get
all
this-
that education.
Listen,
shit.
I guarantee you we can get somebody
All
to
that
support
education.
gun ranges in the hood. But my only
Mhm.
fear is in the hood, they would shoot, I guess, and it would be a neutral spot where you couldn't shoot anybody on the gun range, right? Because I'm sure you'll have people coming in, kind of like,
do that. I mean,
you need time.
I don't know if you've
time
been to a
slots.
gun range. It's the
Yeah,
security's
I
pretty
said it when they-
good. So
Yeah.
No, but I'm just
You
saying
know.
in terms of neutral in the hood, if you put one in the hood, there has to be times
Mhm.
where certain people could go, because otherwise, like, oh, I know he's gonna be there practicing, and I'll roll a blunt and blah blah blah. So what I'm trying, sorry, not sideways, straight.
So,
Don't do that.
so real quick. Gun. Wait. So we all used to hang out at Cromwell, go play basketball.
Oh yeah.
You think a
That
gun
was a
range
gun
would have been
range?
good there?
What?
that would've been
You
Was
think a gun range at Cromwell would have been a good idea?
Hell no fucking idea. Well, who knows? I'm just saying if you had rules, listen, I'm not saying it's right, but if you had rules and restrictions, as if it was a safe zone and where people could actually practice and learn, maybe you would bring a community together that would actually learn how to shoot properly and actually do something with that.
That's the
Versus
South.
like, oh, now I'm gonna become a policeman. Now I might go into the army. Am I
But
going,
look,
I'm
Welcome
a
to
joint,
Florida.
Yeah.
or
I mean,
that.
because
And
I know I'm serious. Where people are allowed
There's
to
a
have
discipline.
guns,
There's a
gun
discipline.
culture. Yes, there's a respect for
Mhm.
guns and how to use them, and that's
Yeah.
the argument.
There's a lack of respect.
The most of the gun control arguments are coming from places where they can't have guns, and that's the big thing. That's the difference we're talking about. People that aren't
Well,
educated
Rose
about
said
guns,
something,
people
and-
that are.
and look, and this is what it all boils down to, because we're talking about rules, and if we did this and we had rules, the problem is we're always going to have people who don't play by the rules, and that's the problem. So you can make gun laws and places like Chicago and New York, guns are illegal, but there's more guns out in the street than ever. They're
Mhm.
breaking the law. The other thing is, killing people is against the law, but that doesn't stop people from killing. So it's, that's what we got to look at. Like, why are we trying to kill each other? What's going on there?
Well, that's
'Cause-
history, right? We've been trying to kill
Right.
each other.
Right.
This guy
And-
was hanging
and-
out in Vegas with freaking what's his name? Joe, you were hanging out with your list last week.
Oh, with
Genghis
Khan
Khan.
and,
Genghis Khan. I mean, come on, man. Like,
Johnny
sorry.
Conquering. Johnny Conquering.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
saying you're hanging out with. So that's who we are.
Yeah,
right?
it's,
As people,
it's true.
we want
And I
to. We
think
just want to
guns,
conquer.
guns make it, are simplifying this situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's easier. It's less. Think about
Some-
it. Like Charlie's a knife guy. He wants to get personal.
Mhm.
Guns remove that personal. Think about it.
Makes everybody brave.
I hate Joe. I want to kill him. My hate has to be that strong for me to come up close to him and do something personal.
Yeah.
With a gun.
Well, the
I can
risk
just-
though, there's a risk factor. Now
Yeah.
I almost take the
Right.
again. Stuff could still
Yeah.
happen, but I'm almost guaranteed in my brain 90% that I should walk. Probably 99% if I have a gun that I
Mhm.
can just walk out of this,
Right.
kill and walk out of this. But
Yeah.
no one's thinking about getting caught afterwards. Where you go after shoot,
Mhm.
like the kid.
Mhm.
We talked about a little bit
By
last
us,
week.
yeah.
With the stimulus check, and then he killed half his family over some $700 that he want to give his fucking family, and then where do you go? He was
Right.
hiding in the
You're
attic.
not
Like
spending that
that's what I'm
$700 now.
over
Like, you fucked up.
$700, you're done.
That's
But again,
crazy.
that's what I'm saying. It goes back to education. I think that the overall
Mhm.
picture is educating, and they still, you know what I love and I hate. We know a lot of teachers, right? We grew up in Staten Island. The majority of women out there are teachers. Very few got male teachers on Staten Island that we grew up, but a lot of them are teachers, and so they always vote against their interests. Teachers still aren't paid what they should be getting paid. And so that's the problem with the education system is like, we still don't put money into it. And these teachers are great. I've dated a couple of teachers in my lifetime, and they're like, you know, I put money in, you know,
No,
I
it's
took
true.
money out of
You
my
talk to
pocket.
most teachers, right? They care. They really do care.
Yeah.
They are limited
Yeah,
because
they
of
do.
you know it's in our system and it's So
Nah, I
Saying,
got it.
man, Mrs.
So, yeah,
Mrs.
back to the
Miss
earlier
Noel,
part
Miss
of the
Noel,
show.
she got married. No, that was Miss Noel, Miss Chow, and she was in my third grade teacher. God bless you, girl. Yeah. Shout out to Miss
Nice.
Chow. Yeah. Anyway.
Did you have a teacher that you masturbated to when you could?
Oh, we just went really fucking-
Yeah, because we got too serious there with gun control and all that you know, society talk.
So you know, let's get the teacher that was off. Yeah.
Which teacher made you wank it?
Well, I
Were
went
you
to
a
Catholic
Peters boy?
school for the first 10 years, so just kidding.
Yeah.
Nah, I didn't really have any hot teachers.
Sophomore year was my first hot teacher.
Did you
Okay.
what high school did you go to?
Me? Joe?
No, Evan.
Oh.
I went to Farrell.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you.
So a bunch of guys.
Mm-hmm.
Guys.
Fancy.
Yeah, no, I didn't have any hot teachers that I can remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Nah.
played that scenario out in my head, you know, a lot. You know, Evan, can you stay after class to clap the erasers? Oh yes,
And these,
clap
along with
those.
along with these cheeks.
I'll be clapping them cheeks.
Yeah, you had a better chance on campus than you did with your teacher.
Oh man.
That's what we
All right,
heard.
well, I gotta go. I'm in
Yeah, I
trouble.
think we all gotta go.
I gotta
Alright,
go
guys.
make up something.
But it's been fun.
Yo, it was
Charlie,
good.
Thanks for joining us again.
Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
Pleasure.
Gotta make it
The
more
IG
often.
Live thing. Check out IG Live. That was fun. We're definitely gonna be doing that more.
Yeah.
We'll have a IG Live before we get into the podcast. So look for that. Give us your feedback. We need feedback.
Yeah.
Or
Help
not.
us.
We'll just keep doing
Or
what
not.
we're doing.
Or we're just gonna
Yeah.
keep coming up with disgusting topics.
Yeah,
like,
we're getting
how-
worse.
how do
We're,
you-
we're
how do you-
definitely going.
Going down? We're not going.
Yeah.
We're
Nah. We go down and then we come up. It's like
Yeah. We woke.
Gotta
All right, y'all. Peace.
All right.
Listening to the Woken Up